Hello, story makers. Welcome to Making Moments with Story Makers, Episode 8. I'm Miss Robin, and I'm so very happy to be with you this week as we explore and investigate wood materials. Today, we're introducing a new wood material. We played and made with popsicle sticks and toothpicks, and today, this is what we're playing and making with. Do you recognize this? Oh, I heard a couple of you. Yes, a clothespin. And originally clothespins were used to hook clothes onto a clothesline, but as you know, makers repurpose material, so we're going to use these clothespins today for something different for our own purposes. If you don't have a clothespin available, but you have a crafter in your home, you may have some doll pins that would work perfectly. And guess what, story makers? Oops. When I went on a wood hunt in my kitchen, I found some wooden spoons, and those would work perfectly. So today's challenge with our new material is, what can you imagine making with a clothespin or whatever other wood material you're using today that shows what your character likes? So a lot of times we introduce our characters and we say our characters' names in our stories, but we want to tell today what our characters like. Now, earlier this week we created a setting and we added details to the setting, so now we're going to introduce some characters and what they like about whatever your story is. So the first thing I might do, and you'll have to get permission from a grown-up to do this, but oftentimes you can tell if someone likes something by looking at their facial expression. So when you have something that you really like, it might make you smile. And when you have something that you don't like, might make you grumpy. So what I've done is I've made a smile on my character's face, and I've made a frown. That means my character does not like that. So you could show facial expressions, and that gives you a clue about what your character likes. When your character smiles, that means that's something your character likes. So I'm gonna say facial expressions, and that's something that I like, yes. What's something else that your character might like? What's something else that you could show that your character liked it? Oh, that's a good idea. So things to do, actions. So they like to do, and what are some things that your character might like to do? Oh, swim, you like to swim, or your character likes to swim? Sure. That's a great idea. So if this is my character, if I'm using my clothespin for my character, how might I represent swimming? In my imagination, I see water. So I just got a good idea. Maybe what I could do, and story makers, you want to get permission from a grown-up to do this too, but you know how story makers repurpose materials? I just took my clothespin away, and look, that looks a little bit like water to me. So we could put our character, do a dive into the water, and she loves swimming, and it just made her so happy to be swimming in the water, even with the waves and going up and down. That's a good thing that we could do. Yes. What other things could, I didn't even think about that. You all are so creative, and you're really using your imaginations. So story makers, how about showing what your character likes to eat? Yes, that's a great idea. Now, my favorite food is a carrot. I'm wondering if I had a toothpick and I colored it orange. Oh yes, I could say my character was so hungry and her favorite food was a carrot. And she gobbled it right up. I couldn't even see it. She ate it so fast. How about that? What if your character wasn't a person? What if your character was a creature? I just got a great idea. If I have a bird for a character, what if I took a toothpick, one of my materials from yesterday, and I just kind of bent it and broke it into squiggles like a worm? And what if my bird swooped down and gobbled up the worm, and the bird was so happy because she had been hungry and looking for a worm all day long? That would show that my bird liked worms. what else? So we have so far facial expressions. You can tell if a character likes it. If a character likes to do something, we could make something out of our popsicle sticks, like we had waves and it's swimming. Or you could show what your character likes to eat. I think we've gotten so many good ideas. We've also broken our clothespin up and we've created a bird character like that. Oh, you know what? We haven't created a character with half of our, you know what this looks like to me? A lizard. And what do you think a lizard would like? Oh, I think a lizard likes green too, like a leaf. So maybe the whole clothespin could be our leaf and the lizard scooched onto the leaf and blended right in like a chameleon. So story makers, today we're going to try to figure out, as we play and make with clothespins and our wood materials, how we can represent what our characters like in our stories. Have fun playing and making.